Vayetzei Yaakov Beersheva. He went out. And the Torah says, Vayivrach Yaakov, he ran away. He didn't go, he fled. He fled, he ran for his life. Asa was out to kill him. There's a Medrash Tanchuma. Sfarim bring, where the Tanchuma asks, why was it that Yaakov Avinu had to leave Eretz Yisrael and go into Golus? What did he do to deserve it? And you got to hear what they answer. It was because of him that Asa was completely distanced from anything spiritual. It was because of Yaakov Avinu's, first his purchase of the birthright, the Bechorah, and then stealing the blessings. Which would have had some element of spirituality in Esav's physical world. And we understand even further, it was because of this that Esav assumed his role as the one that hated and pursued Yaakov. So Yaakov had to pay for that with Golus. Hear this. Esav the murderer. Esav who swindles his father, convinces him that he's worthy of all the blessing. And because Yaakov, in fighting for his own survival and his own future, and the advice of his mother, causes that Esav should be completely pushed out of the realm of spirituality and good, and then just turns totally into evil. He's held responsible for it and is sent into Golus. It's a Medrash Tanchuma. Well, why is this so important? Why is this so important? You know, in recent weeks, we've gotten to hear about, sometimes meet, people from parts of the country that were the targets, all the atrocities. And I think we found ourselves dealing with something that perhaps we never fully grasped before. Jews living in the land of Israel that know nothing about Torah at all. At all. who saw themselves as Israelis, didn't understand that they were part of a Jewish nation. In fact, they've been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support from Jews all over the world that they never really thought they were part of. And we've got to ask ourselves, how could that be? I'm not discussing observance here. You know, I'm not saying got to sit and figure out why it is that every Jew in Israel is not full. I'm talking about people who know nothing about Judaism whatsoever. It was omitted from their education. And they never really had any contact. They never had any contact with people that showed them that there was something to Judaism. That there was any reason for them to go and look it up. It was on their phones. Where have we been? There's Torah scholarship in the land of Israel today on the highest of levels. And no one ever bothered. No one ever bothered to reach these people. We carry this responsibility. In the olden days, it was said that in the state of Israel, every non-observant Jew knew the God he didn't believe in. He had some kind of understanding of the Judaism he rejected. That's no longer the case. There are so many Jews in Israel that know nothing. Is it our fault? I think it's our fault not only because we didn't reach out, but we've done a pretty good job of presenting ourselves as irrelevant to the non-religious. It's frightening. It's frightening. There's an opportunity now. Hashem has awakened everyone. Jews everywhere are ready to identify Jewish. Shuls out in Nowheresville in the US, in the UK. speak of having doubled their attendance. People want to do something Jewish. The opportunity is here. We've got to make up for what we neglected to do and what we've done wrong. So what am I telling you to do? There's a lot of chesed going on. And we're involved in that too. And that's wonderful. Mi kam chol Yisrael. There's no other nation like this. But we've got to think past that. You've got to find a way to reach these people. No, I'm not coming in to missionize. They're not interested in that. Missionize on their misfortune. That would only be seen as opportunism. But they have to meet us. I think they're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Certainly if you find yourselves anywhere today in the company of people that know nothing, don't keep to yourselves. People are more talkative today. You know, that's what happens when there's a lot on your mind. People are more talkative and more open to hearing others talk. Don't keep to yourselves. Talk. Show your concern. Show your concern for your fellow Jew. Talk about being part of the Jewish nation. It's an opportunity. If you know anybody that knows anybody that knows anybody, you know, you got to do your networking. And you can just say something positive. That opens doors. We've neglected so much of the Jewish nation living in Eretz Yisrael. Perhaps at the beginning of the state, yeah, there was a culture war between the observant and the non-observant. They knew something. Today it's a matter of ignorance alone. All animosity is based on ignorance. We've got to open doors. We've got to get people to be curious. We've got to get people to want to know. At least give them a fair chance. That kids grow up in Israel and don't know Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. And we've got to think. We've got to think. We've got to come up with ideas. Nothing happens if you don't think of that. This must be on our minds. This must be on our minds. It's our responsibility. May Hashem help. But of course, the present situation is resolved. But that most importantly, the opportunity that opened up with the situation should remain. And we should be able to reach our fellow Jews. And let every Jew know that what's kept us going all the generations was the wisdom of Torah. The divine wisdom that has the answers to all the questions. That teaches us how to live. That made us different than every other nation. That is responsible for our being there for them. I mean, we warrant the Gula Shalema B'meira.